Welcome to episode 1, area 3, Burned in a Maze. Not sure how this is the name of an area, but hey, who cares, as long as you get to shoot people in the face and walls with a bazookas. I'm not really sure about this one. But hey, those lightning guards are so scary. Their bazookas hurt. So anyway, this level is quite notable for a few aspects, because first of all, this is the first level into the game that has 2 exits, and also it introduces lava walls that are incredibly deadly, and yeah, your bulletproof armor does not protect you against that, by the way. So lava walls, and also, well, it's also a little bit of a maze too, and one of the secret areas into this level is especially true into that fashion, because one of the parts into this level is a huge maze, and well, at one point of the game, you knew that eventually, well, the level design will open up, because the first 2 levels have been incredibly linear, and also you get to see those traps a whole lot more too. We had a glimpse of them into the first level, but they were placed in such a way that you probably never die on them unless you do it on purpose. And here's a new enemy, the Hover Patrol Guard, and this is what they do. They trap you in net. You cannot shoot anymore, and you basically have to wiggle around in order to break free. Not as annoying as the lightning guard, I'd say, but if you're trapped into a net and there's a whole bunch of enemies all around you, well, you're certainly bound to die, because as you've seen, it takes quite some time in order to break free, and that time it takes basically might be too much. But at least you can get an item which is going to help you indirectly against Silver Patrol guards, and we're gonna come back to it later, because we're just going to explode all of these guys. Unless they just close the door in your face to prevent you from shooting them with your firebomb. What a bunch of jerks. I never knew that they could just close doors like that on command or something. I don't know why there's so much missile weapon into this one room right here. There was a bazooka in that other room, another one, and a third one that was dropped by a lightning guard. Although this one only has 3 bullets because he didn't have any time to shoot it. But yeah, talk about an overkill of ammo basically for no real great reason, because it's not like if you're gonna need it in order to clear this area. The firebomb is more than enough. Also, lightning guards keep on being a bitch, because the most annoying thing about those enemies is basically you don't know until they shoot at you that they have a missile weapon, because they've got no specific animation for that, and they also shoot their projectiles just like they will shoot their pistols, so the animation is, well, pretty much non-existent, and you have so limited... Okay, that was completely done on purpose right here. But yeah, they have no specific animation, they do their firing really quickly, especially compared to all of the other enemies into the game that have missile weapons or grenades or magic spells. Yeah, magic spells, because eventually we're going to see that into this game. There's really nothing that this game doesn't have, I'm telling you. This room pretty much acts as the central room into the level, and this is basically where the level starts to become less linear, because as you can see, there's a whole bunch of different doors that you can go through, and each one of them lead to okay, I don't think that I need to explain you what a door does. I'm pretty sure that you can figure that on your own. I know that I'm striving for informative commentary, but okay, sometimes too much is too much. I'm pretty sure that at some point in the video, you'll be able to easily figure out that this was pretty much my first attempt at doing this level at Crazy Man, because you're gonna see me on the brink of death all the time, and to make matter even worse, I got shroom mode again. I'm pretty sure that at one point I'm gonna do some sort of countdown to see what the random power-up gives me, because for some reason when I play I always get shroom mode, so I'm not even sure why I keep picking them up. Yeah, the sound bugged up again. Things happen. And just as you thought that there was not enough paths into this room, there's another one that you can access, and yeah. Did I ever tell you that I'm really terrible at using the split missile? Because now you know. I recognize that this weapon can be really helpful, but on the flip side, I just never use it at the right moment, or just doesn't know how to use it properly so that it doesn't turn up to be a complete disaster. So, is this gauntlet of huge bad guys going to serve us any purpose? Yeah, an extra life or full health into that regard. And even more people to kill through that grate. Yeah, and sometimes you can shoot people through the walls. Okay, is that it? Okay. Yeah, talk about putting that many enemies behind the same spot into the wall. So in total, there's 4 different places that you can explore from this central room. We're already down 2, and here's one of the final ones that we need to go through. This one leads to the exit, but which exit? It could easily be the normal or the secret exit, because the secret exit in this level also happens to be really easy to find. Most often, the secret exits into this game are really not that hard to find. In fact, there's one level where the secret exit is even easier to find than the regular one, and those of you who played the game probably do know which level I'm talking about, and yeah, we're eventually going to go to that level. I'm not especially looking forward to it. Yeah, that's the whole bunch of people that we kill. And yeah, there are statues, and this is how you get a knife, because those statues will randomly carry a knife, and basically the knife that you get from those statues, well, it doesn't act as a weapon at all. You cannot use it to stab pseudo-Nazis. I'm sorry to ruin your surprise, but it can be used in order to break free from an over-patrol net, so in the end it's still pretty useful. Anyway, this secret area probably is one of the biggest secret areas from the entire game, because oddly enough, this secret represents about 1/6 of the level, of the actual level size. There's a huge maze that just plays there in order to protect a few bonuses that are around. There's quite a lot of secrets into this area, as well as a lot of enemies. Basically, I'm pretty sure that if you skip this part, you probably are skipping about half of the enemies into this level. Which I say is pretty weird, considering that, well, it's a secret. Also, since this area is pretty wide open, that usually means that there will be a whole bunch of enemies that'll sneak up behind your back and kill you without you noticing it. Or, well, you can get lightning guards to do it for you, because by trying to shoot at me, just shot a wall and he pretty much injured and maimed all of his friends all around him. Kudos. Speaking of enemies sneaking up behind you, those guys were not around here earlier. And to make matters even more delicate, it turned out that a whole bunch of the lightning guards into this maze happened to have bazookas. I'm pretty sure that there was something like about at least a half dozen or a dozen of lightning guards that ended up dropping bazookas. So I ended up being really lucky that I didn't got shot in the face, considering the amount of time that it happened into this video already. My strafing skills are poorly lacking. But then again, it's not like if strafing does a huge part into this game, considering that about the 3/4 of the enemies in this game all use scan weapons like pistols, machine guns, so you usually just end up strafing into a bullet anyway. Yeah, I'm not sure who the hell engineered those traps right here. Hey, we're just gonna stack a whole bunch of our guards to guard those menacing spin blade things that will go toward them whenever somebody will shoot the switch. And also, let's put a glass to make it so that whenever somebody will walk around, they'll ignore us. So yeah, that was the payoff for this entire ordeal. Another extra life. We're not looking too shabby right now with our 18 extra lives, and yeah, right now I'm completely lost. I have no idea how to get out of this maze at any given time, but alright, I finally managed. Yeah, and I don't know why there are people waiting for you there at all time, because whenever you go into this area of the level, I don't even recall having guards around in the first place, so yeah, that's pretty weird. Maybe this secret is haunted. Woo! Okay, I don't really think that this will be the case, but then again, it's Rise of the Triad, so who knows, maybe it would actually be the case. So this is the final room into the level, or at least it will be if we wanted to take the correct exit, because, well, it's all about the exit that you want to take. Do you want to take the normal or the secret exit? So it's a huge courtyard with a whole bunch of guys, and right now I'm probably gonna do a huge mistake, but I want that firebomb. Yeah, this is a huge mistake, because now I'm just getting shot from all angles all at once. And yeah, whenever you're running low out of health, you get this really suspenseful and dramatic chord hit or something that's really pounding and chilling to the bone. Is he gonna bite it? Is he gonna bite the dust? Okay, we're already looking better already. We have a semblance of health again. Plus, it's not as if there's a whole bunch of enemies left. The worst part was rushing into this courtyard without taking the time to kill anyone. On retrospect, I probably shouldn't have done that, but how can you say no to a firebomb? You just can't. So let's go from near death to full life, because this is the kind of game that it is. So here's the regular exit, but we're not gonna take it because we're gonna go to the last path that I didn't explore yet. And okay, yeah, why do I have so low health? It's because, well, I suck at navigating traps, what can I tell you? Because I usually just end up being too impatient and I'm like, I'm just gonna run in everything, and then I just get burned by a flamethrower and lose all of my health. So by then, you probably are not expecting an expert playthrough, but at least I'm gonna try and make them entertaining. I know that a lot of people really like speedruns and all of this, but there's also a whole bunch of charm about bumbling your way through something and just make it against all the impossible odds that you will have. Yeah, we're almost already dead already, and I don't even recall seeing a life item anywhere here. Also, talking about places that have a lot of bazookas. Yeah, this room alone has 3 different bazookas all hidden behind secrets. Yeah, that's the 3rd one right here. But the question is, can we make it through the next room while having only 2 health? I'm pretty much gonna die in 2 hits right here. There's a random power-up around this place, but the question is, will I get another shroom mode, just like I've done all the time? Oh, thank you! Yeah. If I had anything else than God mode or dog mode, I would have been dead right here, because those 5 guys will just have shot me in the head at the same time and would have brutally killed me. And that was also my first attempt at recording this level, so I'm surprised that I'm even going to make it through after all. Considering that this level is not quite easy. Then again, on Crazy Man difficulty, there's probably no such thing as an easy level. Okay, maybe there's 1 or 2, but we're gonna come to those later. Jumping Dog still manages to be useful. As well then, tearing throat out of man bodies Dog. So we've done all of this huge ordeal in order to get a whole bunch of life item to get an extra life, but hey, at least there was some health out of the deal too, so it wasn't all that bad. And yeah, for some reason, whenever you're trying to munch people when they're between doors, it doesn't seem to work all of the time, so it can be slightly dodgy. But it doesn't matter, because we're just going to finish the job with a bazooka shell in the face. Or maybe a half dozen bazooka shells in the face. Or 4, I don't know. You tell me. Yeah, as much as there was no bazooka ammo in this huge maze whatsoever, those two adjacent rooms have 5 different bazookas. Yeah, there's another one right here. There was a heat seeker too, so yeah, that's 4 bazookas and a heat seeker. All for 2 rooms. Either you get too many missile weapons in one area, or you get none. There's never a happy balance. So this is the last area that we didn't go through yet, and you can guess where it'll lead us. Oh yeah, hearing "gimme that" is never a good sign, because that just means that you've just lost your missile weapon to the hand of a sneaky lightning guard, who's being sneaky in front of your face. Yeah, you can already hear a whole bunch of spear traps, and this is basically what separates us from the secret exit. You have to cross this little obstacle course that you've got right here, and well, we're certainly not gonna do it on foot. Oh no, mister. Ah, come on, why must there be so many spear traps blocking my shots? So yeah, this is how we avoid all of these traps. I'm not even sure if it's possible to get this Mercury mode as the fat other guy. I think Doug went, because he's so slow, and finally, whenever you're doing it as the 2nd slowest character in the game, you barely get to the Mercury mode. But yeah, you go over all of this, and yeah, those little eyes that are watching you is a secret exit. So this is the end of episode 1 area 3, Burn in a Maze. The most amazing name ever for a local. And also, we've just completely toasted this level. So, coming up next, the secret level of episode 1, Area 8, Turn of the Screw.